Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. It is timeless. We're going to see what your dreams are trying to tell you, where you're sleeping. If you're not, we'll try to dig into why. Those of you that see a lot of angel numbers, repeating numbers, if you're seeing synchronicities and symbols all over, we'll try to see what we can get for you and based on your pile. Okay, if you're interested in these readings, I also have two other series. There are playlists on the channel. I have the Skeleton Key series as well as the bird readings. Okay, so we're gonna hop into the pile selection. For those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to choose based on me verbally describing each pile, let's see. Pile number 1 is the purple donut with pink stripes. Pile number 2 is the sweet orange donut with shredded chocolate. Pile number 3 is the pink donut with sugar pearls. Pile number 4 is the green matcha donut with pistachio. Okay, I will give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, my purple donut with pink stripes. Let's see what your dreams are trying to tell you, where you're sleeping, anything we can tell about why you may not be, any angel numbers, synchronicity, repeating things you keep seeing. We'll try to interpret that here. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. So let's see what's going on here, what your dreams are telling you and things like that. Your dreams, step 1, ground, right? At the bottom, you have the crown chakra, which is your connection to source. And then we have, so basically 1 through 7, right? The root chakra is your first one. It's where you ground, where you root in the day-to-day, in reality, where you're like truly sitting in your physical essence. And when we get a little too flowy, that's kind of crown chakra energy, okay? So let's see. What are dreams trying to tell you? Some of you may need a chakra alignment. If you're into that kind of thing, that may benefit you, since we have the base, which is the first, and the crown, which is technically, based on what everybody realizes, right? The last one. Okay. So let me see. At least when we talk about major chakras, right? I want one keyword in the bottom. Tell me what my pile number 1's dreams are trying to tell them. I was thinking processes. I was thinking structure. I was thinking organization. We'll take both for time purposes. I've got the number 22, divine masculine, and number 10, authority. So we did have root chakra. I just mentioned processes, like processes and organization. Those would be more active principles. Those would be what you consider to be more logical mind oriented, right? When we talk about an analytical mind versus more of an abstract thinking, this is more leaning towards that analytical perspective. Okay, authority and divine masculine. So it does say that the frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. I was going to say reality. We had crown chakra to root chakra, bringing things that are above us down into the 3D. That's kind of what everything you're seeing, everything you're experiencing, whether you're sleeping or not, that's what you're being pushed to do. Grounding and being very active in a physical sense. Authority says that the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. I heard the word concentrated. So This is stepping into your power. This is being active in the most effective, efficient ways. Okay. So that's where you're being pushed. Okay. You've got prosperity. So look at you, right? Teaching you how to be active and authoritative in seeking prosperity and building upon where you're already prosperous. Okay. So it says that the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Dreams are teaching you how to be abundant. I mean, and how to go get it. Where you don't know how to fine tune your approach where you do know how, right? That's what it's telling you. Boom. Let me keep pulling cards. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, messages about prosperity. Pentacles are material plane, earth plane, root chakra, okay? Again, pages are messengers, your dreams, your symbols, all of the things you're experiencing, teaching you how to be prosperous in all planes. There's a heavy emphasis on the material plane, but we're talking about being more effective with our time, right? Your thought processes and things like that. Grounding everything above you into the 3D. All right, let's get some tarot. I'm eyeballing a stack that has nothing to do with the stack I have, so I may get one of those stacks. I don't remember if I've pulled from each of these piles. If I've historically done a love deck for these readings, but I wasn't planning to today, but I'm eyeballing it like I feel like I should. So that's interesting. I mean, I guess I do have the Divine Masculine card. I'm not one of those readers that assumes when I see Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine that it's love related. I do not, because we have both within us, right? Your Divine Masculine side, your Divine Feminine side, and how they both intermingle, and you use that to live day to day. Okay. But we could be, there could be themes of a Divine Masculine. Some of you may be seeing masculine figures in dreams. Okay. Authority figures in dreams. People you consider to be very prosperous in dreams. Okay. Tell me more about what my pile number one's dreams are trying to tell them. Angel numbers, synchronicities. How do we interpret that? I'm not going to take that. Burst of energy. Look at you. Okay, so this is truly my pile of the awakened Divine Masculine. Whether we're talking about the awakening of a Divine Masculine in your life, the awakening of you as a Divine Masculine, or just your masculine principle and being very active, very much a conquering in the best way spirit, right? Ace of Wands, inspiration, that spark, okay? That's a spark. And then I've got the Emperor, which Aries energy, literally same vibe, spark. The Emperor does take over things. The Emperor does go get what they want in the way that they want. Very active in that. Look at you. We've got all of this Divine Masculine energy. So this is either a call to activate your Divine Masculine side, okay? This is a signifier of that already happening, right? Past, present, incoming. Or this could be where you're overactive. I'm not getting a strong shadow of you being overactive in your masculine principle. I'm getting a feeling that this is a power, like you need to step in to that energy, okay? Or it could just be symbolic when I do talk about from love. It could be someone like that stepping in for you, okay? So let me get one, because it could be a signifier. So what is this? Page of Cups. Well, I mean, it could be, because pages are messengers. We talked about it just now. That's messages of love, of creativity, of passion, all the things that make us feel fulfilled as people. And that's going out and getting that, whether we're talking about just things that make you feel good as an individual, or if that's like a romantic union of some form. So that's definitely where you're being led when we talk about that. Queen of Swords is very much logical. So especially when we talk about people that are more feminine naturally, right? With people that are more feminine naturally, this is a call to be more active, more strong, more masculine. Queen of Swords, very sharp, okay? Let me see if I can see what I'm doing. I'm moving all of the crystals that I have in the way so that we can create space. Some of you are being called to create space. Okay, you're being called to create space for something, someone, some stuff. Okay. And the Lovers is peeking out at the bottom. You can't see it because it's off here. So yeah, we could be talking about romantic unions, but we also could be talking about integrating concepts into your day-to-day life, right? Rooting them in the 3D. Like, okay, these are your goals, these are your dreams, these are the things you aspire to. How does that look in a practical sense, right? So let me pull from these other decks. I think I will get a love. This is definitely two strong personalities. This is my divine masculine side that needs to really like feel that power. Some of you, this is kind of what we like to call the divine feminine that needs to activate that masculine principle, because I've got warrior woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do, right? So this could be someone needing to activate, especially if you're the type to live in your head. This is saying like, okay, everything you're constantly thinking of, how do you bring that down into the physical 3D plane? I'm repeating that because that's the key message here, okay? You do have take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Some of you may be overworking yourselves. That could be that touch of the shadow I mentioned, where you're overactive in one way and underutilizing yourself in other ways. That's a lack of efficiency. So basically you're overexerting yourself and you're not getting as much done as you could be. You're spinning your wheels, right? You're burning yourself out in a way that if you were a little more logical, right? A little more grounded, go to the bird readings. The birds are definitely singing to you. But if you were a little more grounded, root chakra, you would find a creative way to get more done, right? In a more efficient way, okay? So let me get you some more messages. Tell me what my pile number 1 dreams are trying to tell them. Any angel numbers, synchronicities, things like that. Council of Light. Okay, look at you. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. This is spirit team. This is your spiritual council here on the table. They want your attention. They're getting your attention. This activity is your spirit team, some of you, okay? And it doesn't mean that it's not your energy, right? Everything is connected, especially when we talk about everything that's connected with us. I know you hear these birds. They are like loud. That's your spirit team. You may be seeing birds, right? Go to the bird readings on the channel. We have special birds. If you see certain birds that call you, go to it. Yeah, okay, they stopped singing. They wanted me to send you to the bird reading. Okay, that's a thing. They paused for me. But some of you, we did have that take a break, and we have a no at the bottom, right? We have wait, postpone, pause, say no. Some of you, it's a clear message to say no to something, right? It could be. But what I get here is things are moving, things are grounding in a way where it's not necessarily for you to touch. So there's a polarity. So if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling burnout, you'll know. It literally says, take a break, get off the treadmill. That means you're doing a lot, you're doing too much, you're exhausted. If you're feeling exhausted, you have divine orchestration and support. Wait, pause, for it to ground, okay? Especially those of you that are really woo-woo, okay? You have divine masculine authority specifically. Some of you have a very masculine spirit guide, okay? Very powerful one that is helping support you, an emperor type that is helping support you, okay? So the time is for you to pause. The time is for you to say no while this grounds, okay? So let me get... Yeah, look at that. Star family, you're part of a team of souls, call and support. This is if you're religious in any way, this would be a good time for you to kind of connect deeper into that. Not pushing that on you, because it's a lot of people here with a variety of religions, a variety of spiritual paths. So it doesn't bother me either way. But you do need to see the big picture, right? There are a lot of things that you can't see that are grounding in the 3D, okay? Like paths being created for you, doors that are opening for you, okay? Support and things that you may be struggling with. If you feel like you're like overexerting your energy, there's things being shifted to where you don't have to do that, or spirit team trying to communicate to you a more effective ways to get a lot of the things you're doing done, okay? And you may need a pause, you may need a break to really hear it, right? At the bottom, we've got perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground, broaden your lens. Some of you are a little bit too in the weeds. Broaden your lens. So that's for those of you that are over go, 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 go. Even if it's not efficient, it's just move, 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 get something done, anything done just to get it done. Slow down, pause. Those of you where you're a little slow moving, you're being called to kind of step into your power, okay? Especially where you're learning, because I'll let you see, you got Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Those could be relevant themes. So let me get my card. What's my pile number one dreams trying to tell them? Any angel numbers, symbols, synchronicities, recurring themes they keep saying, especially where they may not be sleeping. Some of you in this group, you're so antsy that you're not sleeping. Like you're so anxious and exhausted. Like I'm getting a vibe of that, so exhausted that you can't even go to sleep. Like so tired that you're awake. Stop that. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So my busy bee group is taking over the power. Again, the main theme, don't go away, because there will be messages here for those of you that are a little slow moving. You have to pick up your pace a little bit, right? And be a little more effective and more efficient with utilizing your time and ground enough to start getting things done. The rest of you, the majority of you, spinning your wheels in the most inefficient ways just for the sake of spinning your wheels and hoping that something sticks. That's not all of you, but that there is a specific group of you I needed to call out. Okay, trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Divine orchestration. This is my needing to be a little more particular, a little more specific. Okay. This is my group of needing to do that. This is my group of needing to be more effective with your time. Okay. It feels like you're all over the place a little bit. Okay. And not in a disorganized way. Like it feels like a pile of accomplishing things. But if you want to take that next leap, you're going to have to be more efficient and rely more on your intuition and your instincts versus just doing because, right? The bottom, we've got I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. I remember. Trust the timing. This is a pile of making sure you use your historical data, right? When things didn't work out, why didn't they? What can you do differently? Right? Don't keep doing the same routine. If it's not working, if it's burning you out, if it's making you exhausted, how do you tweak it in a way that's more effective? Okay? That's what we're talking about. A lot of you, you're getting messages and symbols to remind you of divine timing, to trust divine timing. Everything has its time and place that it has to happen. Right? Like if you have a certain goal and you like, I need to hit it today, I need it to hit it today. Well, maybe in the greater scheme of divine orchestration, it's supposed to happen tomorrow. It would be better if it happened tomorrow based on you, your life, and the other people that may be impacted by whatever the thing is that needs to happen, quote unquote, today, right? Keep that in mind when we talk about broadening the lens and the perspective. So let me pulling cards. Tell me more about my pile number one, my purple donut with pink stripes. What do we need to tell them about their dreams and their synchronicities and things like that? This is a pile of needing to be reminded that you are very much supported by the higher realms, okay? But still, in knowing that your dreams need a practical plan. Literally everything we talked about, right? Full moon in Taurus. So I'm not going to ruminate on that message because literally what we've been talking about, right? This is one of those moments where I'm like, I don't need these cards, right? At the bottom, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Grounding will help you reach your goals, okay? Earth sign energy 2 times. Okay, they're both full moons. So again, if you are more effective, more efficient, if you pay attention, if you're grounded, things will work out in the best way, okay? especially when we talk about finances, self-worth, self-value, your assets, and your maturity, your development, your growth, right? Your karmic cycles, your career, social status, reputation. I like to list all of the things because if I just list it, it kind of, it's like a light bulb for some of you. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, there you go. Okay. So tell me, pile number 1, what are your dreams trying to tell you? Well, how to shine like the sun, self-express, embody truth. This is the quote-unquote planet that rules your personality, your self-expression, your joy, your pleasure, the light you shine out to other people. Okay, you're being encouraged to do that in the 3D. Okay, this is a be active in the best ways, not just when we talk about being busy and working, because this is working, right? We mean from a joy and pleasure perspective, right? Organizing yourself in a way where you can prioritize that. I do have house 10, which is ruled by the sign, right? We just talked about it. It's a structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. So everything I listed here, doubled down here with this message, okay? You're definitely getting downloads on how to advance. When we talk about being social, when we talk about your career, when we talk about your mission and who you want to be in this life, that's what you're being supported. But we also got that up here, right? So very much doubling down on that. So I will get you a love card, and I've got two decks that I want to get you some advice from. Okay, so from a romantic perspective, what are the dreams and symbols asking my pile number 1 to prioritize? From a love perspective, what are dreams and symbols asking my pile number 1 to prioritize? Joy, pleasure, passion, butterflies. Enjoy the overwhelming excitement and bliss of new or old love. You're being encouraged to like allow yourself to fall in love where that's a thing, to continue to enjoy your love life. When we talk about dating and your current partner where you have one, like you're being asked to prioritize that loving feeling, that pleasure of being with someone, okay? And telepathy. It says pay attention to the telepathic messages that are being sent and received at this time. Yeah, the forehead thing is definitely a thing. You may have someone you're connecting with in dreams, where we talk about a divine masculine or divine feminine, right? If you know, depending on who you are, how you identify, and where you fall, you may be seeing connecting with someone in your dreams. This is a pile of not just dreaming of someone specific, of connecting actively, right? With the butterflies and telepathy. Okay, so you may be getting messages from someone, whether you know them or not, in your dreams, okay, or signs of someone to come, incoming, especially if you have very intuitive tendencies. Don't have to be full-fledged psychic. We all have instincts and intuition. We all have anticipation, right? Like all animals can anticipate things, right? So there you are, there you go. But there's definitely some of you are getting those messages from someone, okay? In your dreams. And the forehead thing could be an actual message that you're getting in your dreams, right? Like that could be a scene you see, okay? All right, let me get your advice. I'll get 2 advices for this type of reading. Give me advice from this deck regarding my pile number 1 and the dreams and symbols they're seeing. Some of you, this is a confirmation. I don't know who this is. If this is someone you know, these could be initials, like the first letter. I don't know why I get that. Yeah. But I got a vibe of this is a confirmation of a connection. So there you are, there you go. Resilience and Luna. So here you are. So where is my book? Because resilience is being clever and being strong and persevering towards your goals, just trying to make sure you do it in a more effective way so it doesn't like run you down, where that's a thing. But Luna is the moon, which symbolizes dreams. It talks about dreams and all of the things. So I want you to see, because the last time I looked at this book, it had it had a message from that deck, and I don't know where the book is, so you may not be meant to see it, but I will say this. Okay, so in me not being able to find, nope, don't have it here. Okay, so it talks about psychic ability, it talks about dreams. So I want you with this to prioritize remembering your dreams. Okay, remember your dreams with resilience. Okay, pay attention to your dreams, especially when it feels like a telepathic message. Like that's a thing. Okay, your dreams are giving you actual information. Okay, whether we're talking about external situations and people or just inner things that are going on within you. So pay attention to your dreams, okay? All right. Let me get your final advice and close it out. My pile number 1, my purple donut with pink stripes. What's my final message of advice for them regarding their dreams and symbols they keep seeing? Hey, look at pay attention to the signs. We talked about it, right? We definitely talked about it. And the reason why it's critical is I just said pay attention to your dreams. Try to remember them. They are spiritual downloads. You have a lot of spirit, at least one prominent spirit guide that's like here communicating with you very actively. Some of you have a partner that may be communicating you, whether it's like on a highest of higher realms than somebody that you don't know and haven't connected with. But these signs and learning. Okay, we had key themes of learning here on the table. Okay, so resilience, learning, your dreams, the signs. Pay attention. They're teaching you, and they're teaching you resilience, but they're teaching you Luna, moon, dreams, signs. Literally, you got the dreams card, the signs and synchronicities cards in the reading where we're actively seeking it. So they're wanting you to know, for those of you that act like that, you're not crazy, you're not overreacting. Definitely messages that you should be paying attention to, okay? So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 1. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 2, my sweet orange donut with shredded chocolate. Let's see what your dreams are trying to tell you where you're sleeping. If you're not, we'll try to dig into things regarding that. I'm throwing in angel numbers, any synchronicities, recurring things that you keep seeing, anything like that. We're going to try to get some type of interpretation for it, okay? So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. So let me see what we can find. Let's see what's going on with this group. My pile number 2. Let's get a little bit of a shuffle, and then we will get an overview. Let's get a message from my pile number 2. My sweet orange donut with shredded chocolate. Some of you, it takes you a while to go to sleep. It's not that you're not sleeping, you're just overreacting to needing to go to sleep. So it takes you a while to finally go down, if that makes sense. If you go to sleep, it just may not be getting enough sleep because it just takes you a while to just settle, okay? Yeah, it takes you a while to settle. Alchemy, transition. I'll take transition. At the bottom, you have fertility, okay? So frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of self. This is my really creative. There's so many things that you want to do, that you want to create, that you're like think possibilities that you think on, and you kind of do that until you go to sleep. To some of you, that's how you go to sleep, but it may not be the most effective way if it's keeping you up a little bit longer than you want to, okay? Now, what I like about this combination, transition and fertility, shows that your dreams are really inspiring. Like if you are creative, for example, storytellers, like writers, like artists, you get visions and things like that in your dreams that like you can kind of create in the 3D or piggyback off of day to day, and like it kind of helps you. So I like that. Like it really helps flourish your creative juices, your dreams. Okay. But transition talks about supporting our deep understanding of the ever changing nature of existence and our lives so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. Yeah, some of you have issues surrendering. You're creators, whether you realize it, even if you're more of an analytical type, you're still a creator, right? Because it feels like you're very comfortable with the doing, building, working, structuring, planning part. You're not good at the part of, okay, now I let it go, and however it's received, however it actually plays out is out of my control. That's this pile. That's what you have difficulty with, and why you may not be sleeping, or why you're having really chaotic dreams, things like that. Okay. And the symbols you see are trying to support you in your releasing of that part of the process, right? Because once you turn something away and you kind of just let it go, right? You have to let it go. So let me see. I'm going to keep pulling these cards. Tell me more about my pile number 2. What are the dreams, angel numbers, synchronicities? Telling my pile. Yeah, that wasn't a good shuffle at all. Telling my pile number 2. There we go. They're definitely telling you how to transition into fertility, right? And again, fertility is creativity, right? It's flourishing. It's like the harvest. So it's telling you what changes you need to make and how to transition to see that. That's been a recurring theme in the last however many readings I've done like this. So I like it. But let's see if we can get some specifics. Well, Four of Swords talks about rest and healing and recovery. Queen of Pentacles talks about being very prosperous, being very fertile in the 3D. Okay? That's just kind of the basic gist, okay? So resting will make you feel better physically. I know that's common sense, but some of you still need to be told that, okay? Resting will help you feel better in the 3D. Your physical body, your health, your wellness will improve by making sure you're getting adequate rest. Your body, it literally heals as you sleep. This is a pile that needs to be reminded that your body heals, right? Because think of this kind of the image here of transition kind of feels very science-like, of like atoms and like DNA. When we talk about like the molecules, like right, that's what it feels like. And it's like your body is like trying to heal, trying to build, trying to grow, right? Trying to reflourish. Your atoms are trying to reflourish while you're sleeping. If you're not doing that, your body's not able to do that, right? And I'm not just talking about like your physical body and healing from any issues you're having there, but think of your brain, think of your mind. How is it going to function effectively if you're not giving it the reset, the recharge that it needs, right? All right. So that's what's happening. And those of you that are sleeping good for you. If you're sleeping extra, you're like, oh, I'm taking like random naps now, I'm tired all the time. Good. Your body is like really like rebranding itself. I heard like your body is like rebuilding, like especially if you're on like a health journey where you're eating better and you're taking better care of your body, like your body's like restructuring. Like you're going to look like a different person soon because of all of the ways you're improving your health, right? Because sometimes we don't even realize that just dietary and fitness journeys can really just change you a lot, especially when we talk about our mental performance. So look at you. I like it. Let me get one more. Some of you are doing really good, and you're just needing to be reminded that as you make those types of changes, your body adjusts, right? You have crazy dreams and you heal past trauma and things like that. So let me tell my number 2. My sweet orange donut with shredded chocolate. What are the dreams telling them? The angel numbers, synchronicities, and things like that. I don't mean to be the reader that gives you like the most common sense message, but it is. I don't know what to tell you, right? The spark of energy, the spark of inspiration. Okay. A lot of you, your dreams, and honestly, this is my pile that gets excited when you have the synchronicities, when you see the like the special numbers, when you see the symbols, like if you watch the bird readings and you see the bird, you're like, oh, look at it. You know, that was my pile. You're that group that gets excited about things like that, and it's literally just furthering the cause, right? It's like, okay, they know what the message was supposed to be. They're really inspired. They know what the bird means for them now, or we need them to know what the bird means, or we need them to know what the number is telling them. Like, that's to support you and push you further, right? And that excitement that you have for it. Okay. We got the devil, which we mentioned the control, the releasing stage of making things happen and working on things. And like when we talk about projects, like the releasing stage, like that you don't have any control over, you're that group that needs to work on that, okay? Now the devil also talks about your shadow aspects. So some of you are facing your shadow aspects in your dreams, whether we talk about your control issues, right? Needing to fixate on things and micromanaging things where that's a thing, or when we talk about just shadow personality traits in general, because this could also be my pile of people that are a little bit guilty for certain things. If you have that, that you addressing that in your dreams, and where you've been on the receiving end of that, that you addressing that in your dreams, that's what we talk about when we have the devil, okay? So let me keep pulling these cards. Yeah, the bottom you got mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So you may be having the dreams of that nature, but don't dim to fit in, right? How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So could be situational, right? So let me get a card. We'll get more. We got a few decks. Some of you have issues in collective spaces because I saw the longing to belong message. Tell me more about my pile number 2. But you're being encouraged to like find your actual place in space, not settle for the sake of being accepted, okay? It wasn't anywhere here. It just came through prominently with the other one. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Hey, so I had the other group kind of had a strong masculine presence. Not for everybody, but some people in that group had a strong masculine spirit guide. Honestly, it felt more like angelic, depending on your religion, possibly like Loa or Orisha like for that group. I didn't say it, but the people that it was for knew. Here feels more maternal, and it could still be those themes that I'm throwing out there, depending on whoever your religious affiliation is, right? Because right, this card leads with Christianity, could be that as well, but we just have a grandmother presence on the table, okay? But it does talk about foundations and divine plan. So here we've got unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So we talk about clearing energy, we talk about healing and releasing things. Well, there you go, okay? There you go. You're closing cycles. This may be a period of people coming in, new people coming in, old people leaving out. Like you're in one of those eras of life where that's happening. It's all according to plan, right? And that's what the dreams and the symbols and things are like kind of letting you know, right? So let's see. Some of you are clearing generational trauma, right? Something that could have been passed down, or traits that have passed down through a grandmother lineage, releasing that, okay? That's what we talk about when we talk about transitions. Tell me more. Actually, it is supported here when we talk about Queen of Pentacles and that Four of Swords, like healing trauma that comes from that. If you have like an older maternal figure that may have like issues, health issues that's healing, any stress associated with that, you're being supported through it, because I can see that here as well, okay? And that may be what's helping you cope, whether you realize it or not, okay? Tell me more about my pile number 2, my sweet orange with shredded chocolate donut. I don't know, something's taking a long time. I feel like it's the way you sleep. Like some of you, I'm telling you, like you may like sleep hard, but like it just takes you a while to get down, okay? Surrender to the sweetness. So we got Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So I love the sweetness. We got that sweet energy coming through to support you, right? I'm telling you, some of you, the symbols are just like, hey, you're doing great. Continue doing great. Like some of you, the symbols, the dreams you're having are just to make you feel good, okay? And we've got Star Brothers, Haru energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Like some of you, your symbols are here to make you feel protected and safe and supported by the divine. Some of you could be brother related, could be mother and grandmother and brother, could be very specific themes. You could be dreaming of these people from your day-to-day life. But it's all about protection and loyalty and your foundations and clearing old trauma and just being supported, right? And being encouraged to enjoy life, right? So look at you. Let me pull more. Tell me about my pile number 2, my sweet orange donut with shredded chocolate, the dreams, synchronicities, and symbols, and angel numbers. Okay. Nothing is yet set in stone. Hold your vision. Okay. If you're transitioning in some way and it's uncomfortable, you're being encouraged to just roll with it. Things are going to work out in the best way regardless, but nothing is set in stone, and hold your vision. So whatever your vision is, hold it. Things haven't settled yet, okay? Things haven't settled yet. So I don't know what your vision, but that should be a specific message to whoever, right? Whatever you're looking for clarity on. Hold that vision. Nothing is yet set in stone. Things are still transitioning. You will get the fertility you're seeking, okay? That's something that the messages are trying to tell you, okay? All right. Expanded conversations are a thing. Let me get more. Tell me about my sweet orange donut with shredded chocolate, please. What are their dreams trying to tell them? Angel numbers, synchronicities. Let's get our interpretations for my pile number 2. House 3 is communication. It says early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. So more energy of communication stepping onto my table. And it talks about early childhood, which also rules siblings. So when we talk about brothers, something, there's a message regarding your brother if you have one. Message regarding your grandmother, okay? And we could be talking about physical plane or in the higher realms, right? Yes, especially when we talk about higher realms. House 8 talks about transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. This is the house that rules transition. It rules death and ancestry. So when we talk about people that have crossed over, this is a pile of having a lot of communication from that perspective. When we talk about ancestry, when we talk about people from the other side, Star Brothers does not have to be biological. Grandmother does not have to be biological, okay? When we talk about early childhood friends and things like that, here we are, here we go. You got support. People supporting you as you transition towards fertility. Look at you. And again, it doesn't have to be all woo-woo and ancestral and the other side base. Like some of you, like you're dreaming about your actual brother day to day, and your brother's probably like, hey, why didn't you call me back? Like it could be that mundane, right? Like I've been calling you, where you been? Some of you have a grandmother like, hey, I've been calling you, where you been? Things like that, okay? So we got those types of messages. So look at you. So let me pull from love, and I have 2 advice decks that we'll pull from. Okay. At the bottom we do have make a move, and when I split it, I saw life partner. Listen, whatever the hold your vision is, when we talk about transitions to fertility, it does say nothing is yet set in stone. I say that because we've got exciting news coming in. Okay. Could be love based, does not have to be. Tell me What does my sweet orange donut with shredded chocolate need to know when it's specifically talking about their dreams and angel numbers regarding love? You mean my specific to love messages regarding the symbols and such. My pile number 2 is seen, please. Hey, look at you. We got watch out. Well, maybe that's why you got a heavy spirit team presence, because I'll come back. We got patience. Why the rush? There's no need to rush divine timing. Enjoy the journey because it is worth the wait. Nothing is yet set in stone. Hold your vision, okay? Some of you have difficulty with transitions. You lack patience in things that take time to transition, okay? But you do have watch out. This is a warning message. Be aware of gossip, envy, and jealousy. Someone or something is trying to stand in the way of this connection. So your dreams could be, if you're having any issues in a connection, your dreams are kind of like highlighting that, or the symbols are highlighting that. You are being asked to be patient regarding your love life, but you are being told to explicitly be on guard regarding any type of jealousy, envy, or whatever, because you could have external factors influencing whatever connection you're in or pursuing. Or if you're single, you could have external factors affecting you in a way where you're not able to prioritize that, right? I get that, okay? So just be patient, hold your vision. Nothing is set in stone, okay? So let me get your advice. Finally, my pile number 2. What advice do we need to give my pile 2 regarding their dreams and synchronicities and recurring messages, please? What advice do we need to give to my pile number 2? Banish a curse. Well, I mean, regardless of your religion, I mean, some of you, I mean, I guess it could be literal. You know, we don't shy away from that kind of message here. Clear your energy, but banishing a curse could truly, like I mentioned, the generational curse, releasing the soul patterns and contracts on past lives. It could be that. It could just be healing from your past, because curses could be self-imposed limitations, right? We do have navigation, right? So use your dreams, use the symbols, the synchronicities to navigate out of situations that you don't want to be in. That's a literal message, right? Navigate out of situations you don't want to be in, or that aren't favorable, that feel bad, right? So let me get your other advice and we'll close it out. You're definitely protected. At the bottom, you have spiritual knowledge and you have make a wish. So look at you. Give me my final message of advice for my pile number 2, please. 2, okay. Well, you got 2 more bits of advice. Hey, I don't control the table. Patience 2 times, right? So look, patience. Okay, be patient. Okay. 2 times. Look at you. And then companionship. So be patient in your collective spaces. Be patient with your connections, just overall, partnerships overall, especially romance, since patience came out of the love deck. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with other people, okay? That's your advice for sure. But definitely do what's in your power. Pay attention to the signs that will help you navigate out of situations and energies you don't like sitting in. And like I said, this can be internal perspectives. You have Lanyap, special gift. You got 2 cards, a little bit extra. Color blue could be relevant. All 3 from this deck were blue. They are not all blue. You see? You see? So blue could be relevant in some way. Pearls could be relevant in some way. Okay, so be patient, seek companionship, okay? Prioritize companionship, okay? And be patient with your companions and you'll get a special gift, okay? And then you'll navigate out of something that doesn't feel good, okay? So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 3. Let's see for my pink donut with the pink, red, white sugar pearls, right? We're gonna see what your dreams are trying to tell you, where you're sleeping. We'll try to dig into if you're not, possibly. We're looking to see why you're seeing angel numbers, any synchronicities, all of the repeating symbolism you may be seeing. We're gonna try to interpret any of that, okay? So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. So I had a pile that had like a divine masculine influence, and I kind of got a little bit of the other side, right? So this is the pink one, so I guess that makes sense for those of you that really like that color. But divine feminine here at the bottom of your reset, and just so happens to be pink, right, in this deck. And at the bottom of your tarot, you've got 8 of Wands, so something coming in very, very quickly. So all of the symbols you're seeing, your dreams, if you're anxious and you can't sleep, it's anticipation. Something's coming in very, very quickly. Some of you, it could truly just literally be a divine feminine or someone with the divine energy coming in very quickly. It could be you tapping into your divine feminine side very rapidly, right? Which would be your more receptive, creative side. But I don't know, something's coming in quickly, you know. So we're gonna check it out. I'm a little excited because I took a little break, and now that I'm back in the energy, I'm a little antsy. Like, what is this? What is this? So maybe that's you. Maybe that's what you're feeling. This feels like, oh, you know what it is? This feels like my pile of people that's like, something good's coming in, something good's coming in. I can't wait. It's kind of like theme parks, right? When like the kids are going to Disneyland and they don't go to sleep because they know they're going to Disneyland. That's what I'm realizing this pile is. So antsy. It doesn't matter if you're excited about things, or if you're excited about working on things, or excited about what you're going to do the next day. You have to go to sleep, okay? You won't have the energy to enjoy what's going on. So tell me about pile number 3. What are the dreams trying to tell you? And honestly, it doesn't have to be a sleep issue. It could truly just be anticipation. So you're seeing a lot of symbols and synchronicities, all of the best, most positive signs. Love it. So tell me more about my pile number 3. Let me see. Give me an overview, please. Okay, we'll take this one. You know what? I don't like it as the reader. This is a great energy. But as the reader, this came out in the previous pile, I think. So I'll take it because I don't control the energy of the table. I don't want to be all day, but we have a fertility, very creative energy, okay? So some of you, this could be symbolic, since we talked about the divine feminine energy, could be like fertility as in like literal children. This could be like tapping into your youth, like, right, your inner child. I mentioned like the Disneyland, so this could be regarding you, your children, or just your childhood, or your just inner child excitement. But that's what we've got here on the table. I like it a lot, okay? So the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into new and grander expression of ourselves. So look at you, okay? We have communication, okay? So communication talks about, it supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. My receiving hand feels shaky. I don't know that I'm used to it doing that in a reading, but like I feel like it's off balance. So some of you are being called to like really work on your receptive side, okay? Like you're like being open to receiving abundance, because it doesn't seem like some of you are. Or some of you, again, you anticipate abundance, you anticipate things coming in for you that are going to be really exciting, and that's the excitement. Because my hand was shaky. I was like, what is that? That's the energy I'm stepping into, okay? But communication regarding fertility, your ability to create, your ability to nurture, your ability to receive, and all those things, okay? So look at you. You may be historically coming from like blue or green donuts. I actually have a green donut. You may be going to that one. But regardless, green chakra is the heart space. Blue chakra is the throat, where you use to communicate, okay? So let me keep pulling cards and see. I think I saw the Magician, which talks about like manifesting and things like that. I like to see it. Tell me more about my pile number 3. Oh, well, what is that? Okay, that 8 of Wands is still here. We have a 5 of Swords, which talks about it can be a self-sabotaging energy in a shadow sense, okay? It can be a very competitive energy in the lightest of sense. So the story of that card talks about alienating yourself in situations. It may have been avoidable, it may not be avoidable. The distinction between those two methods, right, will determine light or shadow, okay? Where you can avoid self-sabotaging and competing in settings and situations where it's not necessary, you're on the lighter side. You could still be on the lighter side where it's unavoidable, because it's unavoidable, right? But there is kind of a bit of a trade-off, right? Because it's kind of a cutting off your nose to spite your face, where you don't need to do it. But there's also an element of sometimes you have to do what you have to do. When we talk about the 5 of Swords, it's like you go to war with people you don't want to. You go to war in environments you don't want to, and you win. But again, where you won, the environment is no longer a place, I guess, I don't want to say that you're welcome, but like it's basically like 5 people competing, and the one that won, the 4 walk off, and it's like, well, that's over, but the 4 walk off, and it's kind of like losing friendship and things like that. So that's the story. That could be what we have here. That could be what's coming in very rapidly. I do have the Magician really wanting to come out, that manifestation energy. So something is being created here. We have a bit of a 10 of Swords and a 6 of Swords of even beyond that. So let me see, because I don't intend for these to be super long. And this is the first one that looks like it's wanting to drag. This isn't a personal reading. I have a bunch of other readings up. I have bird readings. I have skeleton key readings. I have more of these types of readings. But this is, I'm not going to be able to make this as long as I feel like some of you picking this pile want me to. All right, well, yeah, look at me. I'm even tearing up the deck trying to get the card. So something's coming in quickly regardless. So the anxiety you're feeling, the anticipation you're feeling, whether good or bad, it's coming in quickly. Now, some of you probably have a feeling of dread, okay? If it's a feeling of dread, then it is what it is. It will be for the best in the end, because it'll happen quickly, and then it'll be like a new era of like creation and things like that, okay? We're having that really excited anticipation of something coming in quickly, and it's very stable, okay, with the 4 of Pentacles. So light and shadow, whatever is pending, right? I don't know, it feels like a pending, like I'm excited or I'm antsy, for better, for worse. Swiftly happen, and then stabilizing, okay? So whatever it is, okay? Let me see. I got the King of Pentacles, stable, secure energy. So what I like is even my shadow side of this pile, it's more of a fear shadow. It's like, oh, I feel like something chaotic is gonna happen. I feel like something crazy is gonna happen. I feel like something bad's gonna happen. And it may be upsetting, but it's not like destruction. It's just, oh, I didn't like it. I didn't want it. But hey, look, I'm grounded. I'm stable. I'm secure. Look at me. Right? That's the shadow here. And the lighter side is I'm anticipating something good. I'm anticipating something good. And hey, look at me. It happened. I'm excited. That's where we are. Okay. So let me keep pulling these cards. Okay, tell me more about my pile number 3, my pink donut. At the bottom, you have leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. It feels like being scared to do something. It feels like being scared to follow through with something. So here we are. Here we go. That's the kind of messages you're getting via your dreams or symbols. That's why it's feeling so fast paced. Be careful when it comes to 8 of Wands. When I read 8 of Wands, it's like tomorrow energy. You might get something regarding this like tomorrow, could even be real time. I'm getting a confirmation from spirit. Literally, it says, yes, I know what I'm talking about, which we know I always do. I usually know what I'm talking about here, right? I don't know about real life, but I know at my table, I know what I'm talking about. But there is also something you may need to say yes to, okay? Even if it feels counterproductive, right? Because we got yes, wait, postpone, say no. Like some of you are asking for the answer to a yes or no question. I mean, I guess we'll see. Let's see. Tell me more about my pile number 3. What are their dreams telling them? The angel number, synchronicity, interpretation of what they're seeing. Please share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, and expression. Well, go outside. That's for one. Definitely go outside, share your voice, speak your truth. We have a lot of indicators of the throat chakra here. I mentioned all of the blue. Share your voice, okay? We have the sisterhood of the rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. Look at me. I'm making a joke to myself internally as I'm reading this because some of you are being encouraged to kind of be like teachers and things like that. So share your voice. Sister, like priestess energy is kind of like similar to like what I'm doing here. Okay. Sisterhood of the rose. Rose could be relevant, like the flowers could be relevant. You may have piles that are roses on the channel. Something about sisterhood. The letter S could be relevant. Okay. But you're definitely being called to express yourself and to step out and do so with confidence, because beauty and devotion talks about looking good, feeling good, expressing yourself in a way that people really appreciate it. So look at you. Look at you. Let me pull more cards. This feels like a get on with it pile. Something, just get on with it, okay? We got, yeah, get on with it. Messenger, serious energy, bring harmony and balance. And look what's peeking out. Look what's peeking out. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. There's something you need to say that you have not said, and ooh, it's eating you up. Stop that. Especially if it's an apology, right? Yeah, my receiving hand is really shaky in a way that doesn't make any sense. Now that I've stepped into this pile. Okay, tell me. All right, there we go. Here, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Okay. I'm like knocking everything over. It's gonna be fine. Portal, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. Well, I told you. Some of you really want a yes or no answer. I kind of gave some hints, but I really don't know what situations I'm talking about. It's gonna be different for all of you. So if there's a yes or no question, it feels like more of a you have to choose. So maybe you need to go to those skeleton key readings, right? Because sharing your voice is coming out of a cave. It's like stepping through a door, and we do have this portal. So there's a portal, right? Doors are opening. You decide. Okay? But we do see rewards. We do see a wild card. We do see some unexpected blessings coming in here. I want to be clear about that, regardless of if you're feeling like dread or if you're anticipating good. This is a pile of things are going to work out in the best way regardless, okay? We do have, but something about a longing for home, okay? So there's that as well. So let me see. Tell me more about my pile number 3. What's my pile 3's dreams trying to tell them? Or why aren't they sleeping? And what about the symbols, angel numbers, and everything they keep seeing? Please. Let's get a message for that. What is this? An incoming energy of you and your loved ones are safe. I mean, I said it. I did say it in passing. Like, it's going to work out regardless. New moon in Cancer. I think I'm actually, look at me. I'm filming this in the new moon in Cancer. Like, so I don't know when you'll see this. You will see this. You will see this video Monday or Tuesday following this new moon in Cancer. Okay. Depends on when I upload it. Okay. But real time. So some of you, like, this may resonate with things that are happening as I'm filming it for you, or it will resonate. You'll see things happen like the day I upload this, if I'm being quite honest. Okay. Because I'm filming it during the new moon in Cancer. Look at you. You are truly real time with that 8 of Wands. So, all right. Well, regardless, everything is fine. The energy is gaining momentum with the waxing moon. Like, okay, so yeah, for sure. After the new moon in Cancer, which this weekend that I'm filming it, right? You'll be gaining momentum that increases your comfort level with feeling safe with your family, right? Like when we talk about like stability and things like that, okay? Because I really don't know what's happening with you guys, because it's going to be different for all of you. It's going to be different for all of you, okay? All right, so let me truck it along. Tell me more. My pile number 3. What are your dreams trying to tell you? Where you're seeing angel numbers, symbols, synchronicities. What's the message for you? Shocks and surprises, okay? Things that are very unexpected. We do have the wild card, but it's a good wild card. It's a door opening. It's a portal that leads to rewards, okay? So I want to make sure that that's a thing. We got Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion. That's where you're headed. That's what's going on. That's what's coming in actually to you. Because this isn't a pile of heading out beyond making choices and deciding. This is a pile of those things coming into you based on whatever you decide, okay? So let me see. Tell me more about my pile number 3. What are the dreams telling them? Angel numbers, all of the good stuff. Okay. Okay. Combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation for my sextile. Okay. Okay, so look at you. I like it because you have opposition, right, as your main card, imbalance, point of tension, and a power struggle. Well, a sextile is kind of easing that. It eases that tension, right? We take the tension and we begin to flow, and we start looking at potential and rewards. You got rewards on your table twice. Look at you. You anticipate rewards. Even if, like, you're anticipating dread or something that you're not really excited about, like, anticipate rewards, okay? But we do have again, that tension and power struggle. It feels like where applicable, it feels like a little bit of compromise coming in, okay? That makes you feel stable and safe. So yeah, I mean, it just, take what I've said so far. I feel like I've zoomed through the pile, but I've been talking longer than I feel like I have. Some of you, whatever's going on is going to creep up on you. It's going to catch you off guard because you're not going to be expecting it. And that's probably the nature of the dreams you're having. But this feels more like a pile that's not sleeping. You're up thinking and creating and anticipating, for better, for worse. So in you not sleeping, things seem to be moving faster past you because you're probably tired, okay? So let me see what's going on. Tell me more about my pile number 3, please. All right. So there's a pile that you're probably going to go to. And honestly, I took a break between them, so I don't remember if it was 1 or 2. I really don't. So, but you have patience. It says, why the rush? There's no need to rush divine timing. Enjoy the journey because it is worth the wait. So your advice regarding your love life specifically is be patient. Be patient. We have a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation supporting that. We do have missed chances. Have you considered all of your options? Did you give it everything? In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So when it comes to your love life, I'm getting a strong energy of being patient, okay? and then the opposite. So we say tension and flow, and finding that nice balance of being patient enough to like let things happen as they should naturally, but also not being so passive that you miss out on opportunities. Because I like that it fell on tension and flow, because it's like when to push, when to pull, when to push, when to pull. Some of you struggle with that. This is a pile of having difficulty of when to push, when to pull, right? When to be patient, when to go for it. And that seems to be your advice specifically when it comes to your love life, okay? So I'm going to pull these last two decks, get you some advice, and close it out. This may be what's worrying you as well when we talk about that. Because we do have communication regarding a fertility, right? And I did get that strong divine feminine energy at the beginning as well. So it could be that, you know, and there's a lot of open your mouth energy here, I'm realizing. I don't even say it like that, but there's a lot of open your mouth energy on the table. So work that out. Give me my advice though for my pile number 3, like regarding their dreams and the symbols they're getting. What advice do we have for my pile number 3? What do we need to tell them to do? Well, it fell. So be open to change, be open to change, be receptive to change, be willing to change, okay? Let me grab this card because it is an important one. We have more flowers. I can't tell what that is, but it says eternal charisma. And eternal charisma talks about, I don't want to say being less awkward because that's a little bit offensive, but change and be open and receptive to how you're engaging and communicating with other people. That could apply to your love life. That could apply to a variety of areas, because this is saying to change and be more charismatic. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how you come across to other people, okay? And I don't even know that you're coming across poorly to other people, because it feels more of a, because that when you open the book and read on that eternal charisma card, it doesn't mean that you're unlikable and that people don't like you and that you're not engaging appropriately. It's just saying that you could open up more and be more engaging because people like you. So it's not like, oh, people don't like me, be likable. If you feel like that's the case, then definitely change. But it's saying people like you, be more open, more engaging with them, okay? Even when we talk about romance and things like that, okay? So let me get your last message and close it out. My final message for my pile number 3. What advice do we have for them regarding their dreams and what they need to do regarding the symbols and angel numbers and all the things they keep seeing? My pile number 3, there we go. Flow, roll with it, change, be flexible, be adaptive, be fluid, let loose, flow, let loose. You have the number 3, like your pile, have fun, flow, change, engage in a happy celebratory way with other people, and all of the things like that. All right, so that is all I have for you today. My pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 4, my green matcha donut with pistachios. I know it's different, but it was pretty, okay? Let's see what your dreams are trying to tell you. Any angel numbers, synchronicities, recurring themes you keep coming across. We're going to try to interpret that, okay? So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself and the lesson in the journey, okay? You can have multiple piles. I don't know why I feel like I need to tell this group. You can. You can have piles across all of the readings you want, okay? Now, really exciting energy stepping in for this pile. I made a thumbnail. It's irrelevant. You're going to see a thumbnail in the next couple of weeks. If you're regular, if you like me enough to stay, it is a cupcake crush chatter theme. It's like super gold, yellow, orange, and all of the things. It's very solar looking. You may be picking those piles, right? And for that same reason, you're probably coming from pile 2, I'm realizing. But like something about that, if you haven't been going there, if you feel called to at any point in the future, this is just me predicting, okay? Because look at you with the sun. I just think it's interesting that that came out when I made that thumbnail not that long ago, okay? And you have the solar plexus. at the bottom, right? It basically is your personality, your sense of self, right? Personal power, willpower. Again, knowing who you are, what you are, and what your contribution is to the greater picture, right? So that is where you're very confident. That's your confidence, right? That's your security. That's where I am, right? And no one can tell you otherwise. So you're getting supported in that confirmation, or you're being supported in stepping into that, okay? That's definitely the major theme so far. So let me continue to see what's going on beyond your solar plexus chakra. What else is the major theme for my pile number 4? When we talk about their dreams, angel numbers, symbols, synchronicities, things like that. Give me a message, please. Look at you. I'm not doing this with y'all. Some of y'all may be picking multiple piles, or maybe you all just have the same issue and you're picking different piles, because this is my third time with this card today. I'll take it because it's different here. You got more gold energy here with this realization. It says the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Again, becoming our highest expression in the world. We talked about it, right? Knowing who you are and what to do and how to utilize that, okay? Realization. So you've either had some realizations, you're stepping into some realizations, or you're being pushed to realize some things where you're creative, where you're fertile, where you're able to really shine, right? Like the sun, right? It says the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. Huge theme on expression. How do you express yourself? How do you project yourself? That's this group. It's really wow, grand, look at me, okay? That's the pile of needing to step more into that energy, all right? So let me keep pulling so we'll get more clarification. Again, you have the sun, which supports all of that, and the King of Cups. So tell me my pile number 4, my green matcha with pistachio donut. Okay, let's see. What's the dreams trying to tell my pile number 4? All of the synchronicities. There we go. Okay, well, we got a maturing energy of the Emperor. I'm telling you, it's all about being in your power, going for what you want, going for what you know should be yours. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the Emperor is one of the most powerful energies in a deck. It's as active gets. It's ruled by the sign of Aries, okay? Fire, like the sun, right? It's not Leo, but it's still fire, like the sun. Actually, in this instance of what we're talking about, it works better than Leo, which rules the sun, because it's cardinal. Cardinal signs initiate things. They get things going. That is what you're being called to do. That's what you're being called to step into, and how to use all of this raw energy that's kind of in you. Especially if you're the type that doesn't sleep at night and you're really antsy and you're just anxious and you're just moving, overactive. That's energy that's not being channeled, right? That's not grounding. It's like, what could you do with this energy that would make it to where you could sleep peacefully at night, right? That's the question. And I say that because with the Emperor maturing, we have an Ace of Pentacles, which talks about a beginning, right? On the material plane, getting something started, grounding something in the 3D, right? It talks about opportunities. It talks about really taking your chance, shooting your shot, okay? Like, that's in any area of life, okay? So I know I seem antsy. This pile is antsy, right? Like, it's like go, 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 move. It's time to move. Especially when we talk about collaboration and building, right? This is building energy. This is collaborative energy. It's making sure things, I don't want to say manifest. It's bringing things to fruition and utilizing all of the support around you to make it happen, right? Like, it's a lot of things that you can't necessarily build or accomplish on your own. This talks about finding all of the right collaborations, all the right pieces to make it go, right? So here we are, here we go. Three of Wands, looking ahead, long term. Okay? It's like the Three of Wands is when we're looking off at the boat, it's sailing away. We're waiting for it to come back for us. We've done all we can do. We've built all we can build. And now at this point, we just sit, we wait, for the harvest, right? It's like gardening. It's like, okay, well, you planted the seeds, you did everything you needed to do to support the seeds. But at the end of the day, it takes patience for it to grow. Like you can't, what are you going to do? It's not going to grow tomorrow. It takes a season, right? There you go. That's the message. That's where we are with this group, okay? So let me keep telling this story to this group, okay? Tell me more about my pile number 4, my green matcha with pistachio. What are the dreams telling them? The angel numbers. All of the things. If you feel like you need a break, you take the break. You need to take the break, okay? Tell me more about my pile number 4. But this is a pile of realizing where and how you can really shine, okay? This is a pile of fully stepping into gifts and talents that you may not have realized you have. Here we are. Here you go. Get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So some of you may just truly need to go outside and get grounded. Like this is literally the touch grass card, okay? Like that's what that talks about, okay? Because some of you are a little too flowy, right? In your mind and in your spirit, and you need to ground, okay? You have 2 earth signs, so yeah. Pleiades? I don't know what that says. Double mission, channeling, and uplifting humanity. So this is the pile of learning how to express yourself in a way that not only fulfills you, but it can also benefit other people, right? Like double mission, right? You're channeling, you're uplifting humanity as you do the things you're naturally called, naturally desire doing, okay? So look at you. Tell me more about my pile number 4. What are the dreams and synchronicities telling them? This is actually the epitome of needing to ground. Because if you see, like they're literally floating and she's trying to ground here. So some of you are like astral projecting instead of sleeping. That's chaotic, but common. Whether people realize it or not. So ground your energy before you sleep so that you can stay there, right? Tell me more about my pile number 4. Yeah, activated earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Well, trust where you're led, but those power places, those ley lines, it talks about grounding energy, right? Activated earth. This feels like an activated body, like realization of your fertility and your emperor power and just doing it, if that makes sense. Because this activated earth feels like just being very activated in the 3D. It talks about grounding, bringing your spirit down back into your body where it's not, where you're all like flowy, and just being very activated because all of your energy now is grounded in the 3D. By being present and being grounded in the 3D, all of that extra energy you were burning doing other things, or that you are currently burning doing other things in like your higher self, you'll be using it here with us, okay, on earth, okay? That's you. So let me see what's at the bottom. Empathic starseed. Okay, so energetic sovereignty, absorbing but not yours. I'm telling you, a lot of you are like all flowy, like you're just floating in the air, floating in the sky above your body when you're sleeping. Even like, I mean, I'm being dramatic when I say even during the daytime, but like you're absorbing energy. Like a lot of you feel a lot of energy and it's not yours. And you may not realize that, like when you're feeling like certain energy, certain emotions, it's not even your emotions. It's if you pay attention to the environment, like imagine you're having a fine day. You wake up, you're good, you feel all right. And then like you go to certain settings and then like you start feeling like certain emotions and you're like, what's wrong with me? Why am I having a crappy day? And then you pay attention around the room and you realize such and such is depressed. Such and such is like really angry and just not happy with themselves. And you're absorbing that, right? Like that's what's literally happening. If you pay attention, you'll be like, and you sit with yourself, you'll be like, that's not mine. None of this is mine. This is not my anxiety. This is not my fear. This is not my trauma, right? Like you gotta stop, okay? Because it doesn't make you like woo-woo psychic. It just means some people, due to childhood trauma, lack energetic boundaries, right? Like they take, like, literally, psychiatrists, their studies, right? If you're a science person, there's studies where you take on, you like whatever childhood trauma you have, you start taking on the emotions of the people in the environments around you, because that's how you moderate whether you're safe or not. Like you can feel people's moods because you're like, ooh, you know, you want to know when people are going to be angry, or when people, you know what I mean? You want to know if you're walking into like something good. You develop that in childhood. It's a lot of people with that, okay? It feels like a pile where you have that, okay? So look at you. It's not a bad thing. It just needs to be balanced, right? So let me see. Tell me more about my pile number 4. My green matcha with pistachio. Tell me about the dreams, the angel numbers, synchronicities, and all of this stuff. I am slowly grounding this energy, because that's why I'm all like la floaty myself, because like this is a pile of not being in your body. Like make sure you go outside at least once a day, and like and literally go outside and like breathe air, outside air, and like touch the ground where you can, okay? Now that said, you your hard work is paying off, right? It is. And a personal issue is reaching resolution. I'm not taking all of these cards. We'll pull another one, but pay attention to Capricorn season. That will be pivotal to you. It could be your signs and things like that, but Capricorn season is a thing, right? Because the new moon in Capricorn, full moon in Cancer, similar time of year, okay? So look that up, see when that is, or see when it was, and you'll see something that's a relevant time period for you, okay? Whether it's a birthday or not, right? So tell me more about my pile 4. What are the dreams telling them? Angel numbers, synchronicities, and whatnot. You're very close to achieving your goal. Tell me what we need to tell this group regarding their dreams, angel numbers, synchronicities, and all of the things. What's the interpretation of everything recurring for them? Well, I mean, your hard work is paying off. You need to know that for sure. I'll take it as the bottom because it was very aggressive in like making sure you know that. Like, don't put that card back. We need that. Well, okay. A time to give rather than take. So new moon in Virgo could be relevant. More earth sign energy that talks about needing to ground. Okay, making sure you're grounded. That's very important. But your hard work is paying off. So when we talk about Capricorn, we talk about Lord Karma of Saturn, right? So lessons, wisdom, maturity, growth, development. We talk about the 10th house, which is your career, your social status, right? Your reputation, things like that, okay? But your hard work is paying off in some form. Wherever you're feeling like it's not, the table was very aggressive in making sure you know that it is, okay? Because we've got expect powerful change, which is a new moon eclipse, okay? So expect powerful change. Your hard work is actively paying off. Make sure you're grounded in the process. I also want to mention this is my pile of like 4 as a number, because your one major arcana on the table is the Emperor, which is number 4, okay? So look at you, look at you. Tell me more about my pile number 4. Look what's when I split the deck, that yang, powerful energy, that's Emperor energy, that's all of the active energy, like the sun. Telling you, that's a huge thing. This feels like a straightforward pile of like, this is what you need to know, this is what you need to do, okay? and making sure you realize it. Okay, tell me more about my pile number 4, please. What are the dreams telling them? Any angel numbers, synchronicities, and things like that, okay? Well, I showed you yang, and here we are with the yin. Okay, it's the receptive energy. It says intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Okay, so here you are. Here you go. Scorpio energy is intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Now, this could be a combination that says you're resistant to change. You're not receptive to change. Okay. Some of you, it could say that you should be a little, So trust your path. Trust where you're led. Trust your path. Trust where you're led. It says if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? That's the answer. Whatever that answer is, that's the thing. Okay. So if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Trust your path. Trust where you're led. Okay. But yeah, this is a pile of being resistant to change. Okay. Not receptive to change. Okay. That's not good, because the only thing in life that is constant is in fact change. You'll be anxious your whole life like that. Okay. So stop it. Let me pull from this love deck. Hey, look at you. You got a new chapter coming in, right? Fresh start is always good for everyone. Doors are opening for this new phase within your love life. We talked about that. And very soon. Be clear about what you want, because within the blink of an eye, it will be yours. So I'm going to pull one specifically for romance here. And then I will get your advice from the 2 decks that I have remaining. Tell me more about my pile number 4. What are their dreams, angel numbers, synchronicities, recurring things? What are they trying to tell my pile number 4 regarding their love life specifically? Regarding their love life specifically. All right. Two things. Got it. Security. What is yours will always be yours. This love is secured by the divine. So there's something that's secure and stable, that a lot more secure and stable than you realize when we talk about romantic connections. If you're in one, it's more secure than you realize. If you have an interest, it's stable and it could be secure. Okay. But it also talks about not clinging where things are transitioning and ending, right? Like what is for you, and not resisting and not being receptive to change. We have self-love and sexual healing. Letter S could be relevant. Oh yeah, you got 3 S's. Look at you. But it says, as you love who you are, you become more confident in your relationships and with yourself. Confidence was a huge theme here. Okay, so we talk about self-love, which says in sexual healing, and it says sexual energy can be used to reconnect. Let your bodies release some tension and enjoy pleasure. Well, I mean, I got a vibe of this. Straight up says self-love. I'm not gonna lie, I hate to say it like this. I don't know who this would be talking about. So if you're in a romantic connection, obviously your current partner, if you're early stages, I don't really know, but it seems to be like if you love yourself, you'll engage and deepen whatever this is referencing, right? Self-love, sexual healing, stable security. It speaks for yourself, right? So this is encouraging whatever you got going on romantically. Unless it's really bad, then it's saying if you love yourself, you'll find something that gives you this, right? Like if you love yourself and you allow what is not good to transition out, you'll find something that is very secure, very stable, that even heals you as you're intimate with this person. Okay, that's what we got. So let me get you some advice. Some of you are having those types of dreams. Okay, we got karmic justice at the bottom. Some of you are having those types of dreams. And this could be an indicator of prioritizing that area of life, okay? So tell me more about my pile number 4. I want my advice at this point. So my pile 4, my green matcha donut with pistachio. What advice do we have for them regarding their dreams? Any angel numbers, synchronicities, repeating signs and symbols they may be seeing? My advice for this group, please. You know, a lot of you have the same stuff. If you're watching multiple piles, the table feels a little fed up with you. Not because you're watching multiple piles, but whatever it is that they keep telling you, whatever it is, the table, like the messages, the channeled energy is like, do what I said, be charismatic. It's funny to me. We got defense. Okay. Be likable, engage other people. People like you. People want to engage you more. You know, the glimpses of your personality that people get to see. They'd like to see more of it. Be responsive to other people, because defense, like if you know, it's the opposite of offense. Like you're reacting to other people. So as people are good to you, you be good to them. As people engage you, engage them. Be, again, charismatic and all the things. Okay. And that could be all areas of life, because it's a heavy show your personality pile. Look at you. Hey, look at you. The sun is back at the bottom with success, and I split, and you got the dream card in the dream reading. So look at you. Some of you, I don't know why that's random, and I'm not really familiar with them, so I really don't know anything about them. Find someone that does, but maybe get a dream catcher. I don't know why you would need that. I don't know how that helps, but get a dream catcher, okay? And no, I genuinely don't know anything about those, okay? So tell me my more advice for this group. It flipped and then it flipped back over. What's this? So this, ooh, I'm going to read this in a very interesting way. This advice is going to be regarding something you thought you flipped away. Like something you messed up, you either like that went away, right? That you turned down or that rejected you. I don't know what that is, because it's like flipped all the way over, like never mind. What is this? Step back. Ooh. Okay. Something may be coming back into your life. Like some of you may be being told to step back towards something that like you just flipped around. Like something that you either were like no, or that you just overlooked, or that you passed. Like it's saying take a step back. Okay. Body balance and let loose is here, but body balance does talk about grounding your energy and taking care of and nurturing your body. So some of you may need to take a step back, whatever situation setting taking a step back would be, because taking a step back could also just be slowing down, because you're either missing something or there's something else you need to be prioritizing, because this is health and wellness and making sure you're eating properly and drinking enough water and things like that and going outside, right? So taking a step back to prioritize that, okay, that could be a thing, okay? So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.